We're here to talk about some anime that have fumbled the bag. There have been a lot of adaptations recently that have really come a little bit short. And today, we're here to get into them. Starting with Uzumaki. Who has seen the heaping pile of dog shit that is the Junji Ito adaptation?
Oh my goodness. They they did that. They did it so dirty, man.
They've started.
I remember when I first seen it, it was like I was like, bro, there's no way that this is real because I was that shocked that this could actually be fumbled that bad because I remember I literally heard about how Uzumaki was like going to be like the next one of the next big like horror anime. It was going to be one of them ones, right? And then right, we see this. Hold on, I'm going to share this mug real quick. Hold on.
And to be fair, to give him some grace, apparently production schedules were hell. Production schedules have been hell. There have been rushes. There's been cramming. It's still loading right now, but there's been crunch schedule into it and whatnot. But just as a product, this slideshow is not.
Wait, is it lagging or is this the actual animation?
I'm about to say, for better or for worse, this is not River's Wi-Fi for once.
Is this the actual footage?
And ask her again.
Yeah.
This is just.
I don't know, guys. I mean, it's pretty decent, you know.
It's pretty decent.
Said the Blue Lock fan, by the way. We'll get into you in a second. But
I think 5:30 is fine, but
yeah,
I've seen stuff on that level before.
It's so sad, man. Has anyone actually read Uzumaki, the original source material, heralded as one of the greatest manga of
understand.
So, like, in which order of the Naruto franchise does Uzumaki come up?
Okay.
Before we proceed any further, I want to introduce our guests, ERZY and Timmy, man. It's great to have both of y'all back. But yeah, it's great to have y'all back on, man. It's great to see you guys.
I'm never doing this again.
Thank you for having me. I'm here to discuss Blue Lock. Not even defend Blue Lock.
Defend.
Fuck Blue Lock. In fact, fuck Blue Lock, Doc.
There we go. Getting back into the travesty of Uzumaki, man.
I just neither deny nor confirm.
Real brief. As someone who sadly hasn't indulged in the original source material, of course, heralded as one of the greatest horror manga of all time with some amazing, beautiful imagery. That's specifically why I think like this big mess up of an adaptation matters, is because like of all things in Uzumaki, the visuals are heralded the visuals are the thing that is heralded as like some of the best in the genre. Like the horrific imagery, the eerie sense of like unease throughout the entire series. That's what's been described to me. That's what's been shown to me in videos. And even if it is just in passing moments, just the missed opportunity to, have the time to animate properly, and at a level that I'm sure the animators wanted to achieve, as well as the studio in general, of bringing this like series, this Lovecraftian horror to life. Why is Siri on? It's just a shame that we can't really see it transmuted to anime form. So.
Well, you could have just said adapted. That would have worked too. But regardless, Timmy, have you read Uzumaki at all, or like what do you know about Uzumaki?
Of course, I have. Who do you take me for? You? Anyways, so I don't know. I feel like, and I feel this way about certain manga, but I feel like, and I haven't seen Uzumaki, so. I guess maybe take my opinion with a grain of salt.
Did you see that clip? Did you see the clip?
I did see that clip. That was
okay.
Insane. I don't know, just like some I guess manga, in my opinion, and might get flack for this, but I feel like some manga just cannot be animated to the same level that things could be drawn. And I feel like something like and for me, I feel like horror manga really encapsulate this well, just because like there's something about like a really well drawn like scary image versus kind of something that's like animated that you kind of see for a couple seconds, and it's like one that I really like that I'm reading is called Dark Gathering. Like that, the manga is beautiful. Like bro,
Mm-hmm.
like literally, like that. Like it's scary for real. It's scary. And like the anime came out, and I was watching it a little bit. And I was like, man, like it's just not at the same level. And it's like you can't really like fault the animation studio for like that. You know, it's like there's only so much they can do. While like, and so there's always that different types of limitations with different types of mediums. But I feel like especially with this conversation, I feel like certain manga just have a way harder time being animated, and on top of people not really having the budget for it, that just totally can throw it off whack as well.
Okay, okay. No, I think I see what you're saying there. Especially because like when you look at even what they said about Uzumaki, because I think going back to that budget, I've seen people say how they just didn't invest much in it because, again, it was actually only 4 episodes, and I would assume Tim, you could probably confirm like it should have probably been much longer than that given the amount of material there is. People saying 15, 20. I would assume 4 episodes is in no way enough to cover everything, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. And then they even said, okay, so like the producer says basically the drop in animation quality from episode 1 to 2, like that where there was a drop. Apparently episode 4 was better. And then but regardless, the options were basically they were given is not to finish it, air nothing and call it a loss, just finish episode 1 and leave it incomplete, or run on 4 like with the issues they had. So it's just like very unfortunate to kind of see like how, something that I had been heard hyped up for a long time, in Uzumaki, like, okay, this is like the best horror manga. And then after not having the money invested, having the issues with, the structure, the pacing of the show, not having time to fully adapt it correctly. And then even Timmy adds on to that, it probably would have been very hard to adapt it correctly anyway because of the level of detail that goes into the manga. It's hard to replicate that into the anime form. So, I mean, it's just really unfortunate. Like, it's hard to like clown it so much once you get the full information because of how unfortunate it is. And now there's something that we're going to clown later on here, but with Uzumaki specifically, I don't think that you really can, just because it's more of an unfortunate situation more than anything else at this point.
Yeah, and it sucks because like we've talked about anime whose productions have been derailed and whatnot, or like that we've disagreed with. Like I've been very vocal about it being probably in Mappa's best interest, Viz's best interest, everyone's best interest if niggas just would have made an Attack on Titan movie. I've been vocal about numerous adaptations that I believe like definitely could have been executed better, whether that's like Hell's Paradise. We'll get into one later as well. Or even shows that like I've wished like just better adaptations of, like a Kokoro Connect, but especially getting the full detail of this. Like you said, like, in no means like ragging on the parade, but also still acknowledging that whether it is on the animators, which it almost never is, whether it's on upper staff of the studio or whether it's just of the constraints of airing Japanese cartoons on television, because they're still structured around that season, not only the seasonal release, but the airing schedules that these production companies like need to fill out on a year to year basis, week to week basis. Um, it's shit. It's
Yeah.
shit. Like there's no sugarcoating it. And as a creative, like especially as someone who does want to work in animation, like it sucks. It sucks to see this. Whether it's in America, Japan, it doesn't really matter. Anime, American animation, it doesn't really matter. Like the fact that constraints and decisions like that are have to be made in order to meet deadlines instead of the creative freedom being given to these creatives in order to adapt a series the way they see fit. It sucks. It sucks for everyone. It sucks for fans because you can't get the product that you want. It sucks for the animators because you get forced and pushed through the ringer to produce subpar product that you can't necessarily be proud of. And then you get ignorant people sending you death threats. You get stupid people making fun of you as an animator, not just the work. And then also you can't be prideful of the work, assumingly. So, but fair
Yeah,
luck
and
to
I
I
them,
think
I
think.
guess.
Oh, go ahead, Jenny. Go ahead.
I was just going to say one thing that Cardiac said that I really agree want to touch on is like a lot of the times when products are bad, people want to jump to the people who created it. When a lot of the times it might not even be them, but management who's like, "Oh, do it this way, so we make the most money. Do it this way, so that we can get it out." Like a lot of the times, the people who create it have their hands tied. They just create the stuff. It's the people managing it, the people above them that are telling them what to do at the end of the day. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people in these studios who wish they had the creative freedom to be like, no, I think we should do it this way. But at the end of the day, their hands are tied. And I feel like people forget that fact.
Just to say this too, real quick, I think part of what we talked about a couple of weeks ago with One Piece and how it's going on hiatus and stuff like that, because Toei is working on Daima, among other things. I think that like with all these anime being filmed, like Uzumaki, for example, with how quick they were had to get this out, the rushness of it, how they just couldn't adapt it well. I think we're seeing that potentially even things coming from how we've seen anime be fumbled is that we see like Toei being like, okay, look, gotta pause One Piece. We're gonna lock in for these final parts. While we're doing Diamond, we don't want to overdo it. We're doing this, and hopefully that becomes more of a trend, within anime that we're not trying to see these studios adapt 10 different things at once, like with Mappa, for example, or something like that. Even though a lot of those had still decent quality, like Cardiac mentioned with they did Hell's Paradise, right? I'm not bugging. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so like for example, like Hell's Paradise may could have been adapted better. Other things could have been adapted better. Like I hope that trend kind of continues because Uzumaki I think is a great example of that being a stark issue uh, within the anime sphere. But I know Kardak, you wanted to get to something real quick.
Oh yeah. Well, while he's trying to get back in here, we're gonna have to start the slander on this series, man. One thing that we might not be able to talk the most shit about Uzumaki, and rightfully so, to respect those, and to respect the misfortune that comes in
Mm.
uh, some unfortunate things in adaptation. One thing we can absolutely talk about and talk shit about is fucking Blue Lock. There is no reason for this show to be in the conversations that people want to put it in while looking like it does.
Yeah, and bro, it's just
Like it's insane.
I'm not even caught up, right? But I've seen enough clips. I mean, Timmy sent me like 30 clips because that keeps popping up on his feed, and it's crazy. I see even episode one wasn't as bad, but then like seeing episode two and onward, like as they're animating this match, hearing people be like, "Oh, they're waiting for the U20 match," and then hey, the U20 match comes around, and what do we see? More ass. And I think it's just like, bro, how do you fumble Blue Lock this bad? Blue Lock was like one of the top within the top five selling manga. If not, it was like number two or whatever. And like, it's just crazy how you see that much hype coming from this anime. The manga's booming. And then you drop season two and it's this bad. Like, what is going on? And then you have delusional Blue Lock fans, that actually is not ERZY, for once, which I don't know what's going on with his stuff. But for once, it's not ERZY. And you got, I'm sure he'll talk about this when he comes in here, people in his comment section acting like, oh, it's not that bad. What are you watching? What are you watching? Are you watching Purple Lock? Are you watching Red Lock? Yellow Lock? It ain't Blue Lock. I don't know, bro. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? I don't know. They are dropping
It's
consistent pack of ass week after week.
Yeah, y'all was just about talking about like people saying it's okay, right? Like the animation and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen not like that many, but still a few comments saying. So for anyone that doesn't know, I did a video about that, and people were commenting shit like, "Bro, what are you talking about? Bro, are you crazy? It's still." But I don't know. That shit is ass, man, ass. I mean, to be fair, the whole art style is still pretty impressive. Like the art itself is pretty good. It's literally the moving part, which is like
Bro, I don't know if you saw this, River, but I saw an Instagram post where they were comparing, like, they basically made a slideshow of manga panels versus, like, the actual animation. And people was like, why does the manga panel, like, a slideshow look better than the actual anime? Like,
Oh yeah,
Bro, look, bro,
AMVs.
look. I found
AMVs
this
look.
is episode 4 got leaked, bro. Look, bro. Timmy sent me this. It's episode 4. It got leaked. It got leaked.
Well,
Why are you
there's
playing?
Go Lazo.
Why are you
And then
playing,
he's
man?
spinning around. Yeah.
It's just insane. Specifically for the genre. Like this is a sports. This is a kinetic sports series, and even season one's adaptation in terms of like some of the animation, like there were some shortcuts taken, and shortcuts are fine. Once again, we just got done talking about the pressures of the industry, the pressures of studios, the pressures of broadcasting, the pressures of just like creating an animated work in general. We get that a lot of anime fans are more so on the progressive side in terms of like understanding like the understanding of the industry, the knowledge of uh the reality that like animators have to go through and whatnot. um so like that like pressure is acknowledged, right? But just as acknowledged is just the missed opportunity. Like River said, this is a manga that has like been in the top 5 selling list for like multiple years now
it
in
was
all of
just real
Japan.
quick. It was number one last year. Number one, not number two.
Yeah, of 2023.
So that's like
Yeah,
if you're seeing what they're doing with Dan Da Dan and Kaiju Number 8, Solo Leveling, all these type of shows that are like pretty popular, and they're getting awesome adaptations, and some of them are like pretty mid shonen. No disrespect, it is what it is. And Blue Lock has like the best arc coming up with like millions of people already. If you see clips of the U20 manga stuff, they have millions of views on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. And it's just so disappointing and sad that we're going to get a shit adaptation, basically.
yeah. And I think it could directly be tracked to just like trying to rush it. Like this is a studio. Like Blue Eye got its adaptation. It was 24 episode season, 2 cores. Fall. Excuse me. Winter 2020. No, we're in fall. Fall 2022. Then it ended. Summer season they had an anime. That following winter season they had a 12 episode anime that was going at the same time as their 2 core fall episode summer anime. Um, then they had Eurocamp season 3, the Irregular Magic High School season 3, Reincarnated as a Slime season 3, all uh this past spring. So I don't know how their studio is like set up. Like I'm more than sure that they have subsidiary studios, or just different locations that work on different things. But for this series, I think like this is why I have no problem with waiting for seasons. I have no problem with waiting for anime. I have zero qualms with uh what's it called? Like whatever series that gets its season 2 8 years later. I have no problem with what's happening with One Punch Man. Take your time because people will be mad regardless. Give the
I'm at a
animators their
season
time.
2, and that was not even that bad. Like, look at Blue Lock
Yeah,
compared to that, bro. Come on, bro.
don't rush. We understand that the industry is cutthroat. We understand that like whatever, but there's this for sometimes there's this arms race to just meet the demand, but the demand isn't as important as the product.
that
It's
brings
not.
up the question. I could be wrong here, but I feel like the the difference that I feel like I noticed, it's like I feel like older anime rarely had this issue that we're seeing in more like newer adaptations. Like what I think Tower of God. No. What was it called? God of High School. Like that
Hmm.
anime was like mad. Like it's like they're in a hurry to get to the parts that everyone wants to see, but it's like why are we like what's up with this like thing about like just pacing things like crazy, like almost like it's so weird because it's like, is it like, oh, people won't pay attention unless like everything's going like, I feel like more people would be locked in if you just like had a steady pace, like what car you have to like, okay, we might get a season 2 in like a couple years down the line. Like I'm sure people would rather that over getting a season 2 like next year and it's trash. And it's like that's a weird thing. And honestly, it could probably be a podcast on its own, just talking about how like the decline of pacing in anime and just how things have changed from like how they used to do it in the past. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I'm not as I haven't read or watched Blue Lock, so I could be wrong here, but I thought about this like because I'll see clips of Blue Locks and it looks like one of those like Kuroko basketball, like kind of like it's soccer with some mystical power. I don't know. This is what it looks like, and it maybe is the reason why the animation is the way it is because like they're just trying to like have that same kind of like energy slash flow that the manga does. Because like if you compare that to something like, once again, I could be talking out of my rear end, but like I think of like Slam Dunk, where it's like that's just basketball. You know, there's not like, oh, I'm doing my Supercross or like, you know, none of that kind of crazy stuff. And so I feel like it's kind of easier almost to just kind of like just have it flow. Like they don't talk a lot when they're actually balling. Like it just flows. So maybe because of like certain things that the manga do, the manga does that obviously works for the manga. When they try to recreate that in animation, it's just kind of like, how does that really translate the same? I don't know. I could be wrong, but is that something?
It's pretty unrealistic. I wouldn't say like on a Kuroko no Basket level, but it's definitely more unrealistic than like Haikyuu, I'd say. But it's not like the moves per se, because those are like
Sure.
pretty.
It's like over exaggerated.
Yeah, but like the whole philosophy and shit, like, yo, I'm the striker and only I can score. That's the unrealistic part, I think.
It's just aura.
Yeah,
they physically manifest aura, and that's like the biggest like consistent special effects in this show.
Okay.
Consistent effects.
Is it like the whole like? I could be wrong. I don't know where I saw this, but like how it's like, oh, Demon Slayers, like what's happening isn't actually that, but it just looks like that to us, kind of thing.
Yeah. But the production dip isn't even coming in like those aspects and whatnot. It's more so coming in just movement, just general. Like, okay, this character is dribbling the ball upfield, but they're a PNG.
Bro, that's so crazy.
That's just it.
Bro,
that's just it.
Genuinely, PN fucking G's, dog. I can move PNGs. Like, that's insane, man.
But like if they do.
Bro, I actually did like a bit on my video, and no cap, it's like the same quality.
Most of the episode I could have animated. Look at this shit.
No, I've seen a lot of those videos have done like crazy.
Yeah, bro, the videos are doing insane. There's like this one guy, and he does like 10 videos of season 2. And all of them have like 100,000 views. Bro, by the way, the CGI is also.
Yeah, honestly, this is enough, bro.
No way that's real.
Enough.
No way that's real.
Yeah,
it is.
Is there anything? Like, okay, here's an open field segment. Just real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like the new Slam Dunk movie uses CGI, but that actually looks so good. Like, have you seen like the trailer for it?
Yeah,
I have seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Like I'm not against CGI. Like, do what you got to do, but it's like I don't.
Bro.
And is it because soccer is like harder to like animate?
Bro, it has nothing to do with that. Fucking shit like Inazuma 11 is better than Blue Lock.
I genuinely want to know why they did it this way, or like what was going through their minds when they like were animating it. Because like that, like ERZY said, like you got older soccer anime literally like blowing that out of the water. Like heck, like if like for whatever reason they're having animation issues, just do see like the new, like I said, that new Slam Dunk movie looks fire, and it's CGI, and people usually don't like it, but like if you hate on that, you're just a hater. But like that looks good. Like I would watch that. Like CGI is like, love it or hate it, it's getting better and it's here to stay. So I feel like
Yeah, but
make use of it. I don't know.
the CGI is also atrocious. I can like say that.
Well, like that's fair. I did see that. That was a little
I mean,
interesting.
it's atrocious.
It also was in
partially
season 1,
because
by
like
the
it's
way.
a transition.
It also was in season 1. Like season 1.
Oh, that was season 1.
No, that was season 2. But the CGI in season 1 was also pretty bad. The anime adaptation of season 1 was okay. It did its job. It highlighted the hype scenes, but like nothing crazy. Like a 6 out of 10 anime adaptation. And even I don't know where Slime at season 3. I think.
Oh yeah, season 3 of
Yeah,
Slime.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe season 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only watched season 1, but even Slime isn't like crazy in terms of the adaptation. So I don't think 8-bit, the studio, really has it in them to do a good adaptation.
I legitimately wonder. Like I would love to know the inside outs of it because like I'm an old head, so this is what I compare it to. But I like compare like older animation and older like anime in general, and I'll watch that and I'm like, oh yeah, like sure, there's mishaps here and there, but for the most part, that looks solid. That looks good. And then like these newer anime, you'll be watching, you're like, what's going on? Like why am I just seeing a slideshow, bro? Like what is this Quizlet? I'm moving my cards. Like what's going on here? And it's just like, I legitimately like, is it like so much money is being spent trying to make things look flashy that they forget like the fundamentals of just animation and compare like because I feel like back then I don't know what it is, but maybe they just had the fundamentals down better, or like maybe they're just looking for like, oh, like we need to just spend so much money on these hype scenes, so it's like this is what circulates, and then everyone's like, oh, like did you see this scene? And then like I think about like One Piece is outlier to this, but I'll use it like there's so many like what I don't know if I'll just say it like Garp versus whoever he fought recently, like that fight scene, like I've been seeing that everywhere, like everyone's talking about that, everyone like it's like is like animation now just trying to find the big moment for people to just talk about the anime to then watch it, or like wait, what is it, like why are we seeing such regression in I feel
that's kind of the era we live in.
I view it as like I don't think that like modern animators are like any worse than like 2003 or whatnot.
Sure,
but I
and
think
I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah. But I think it's more so about the change in production. So especially when we look at like long running, like if Blue Lock came out in 2000, like it would have just had like 200 episodes straight, like for every week for like 3 years.
And that is yes, that is something as well.
Yeah. And so with that, it like there was much more acceptance of the fact that like Naruto is gonna have 65 filler episodes before Shippuden starts. Like there was an understanding of that, as well as the fact that at the very least I went back through Weekly Shonen Jump series. Shows just used to get like adaptations faster. Like more so like a year or two into its publication. Like, okay, bet this is selling 1 million copies. Bet, got it. Good. Let's get into anime. And I think that's partially because it was less seasonal. And so now, because of the seasonal format, you have one studio taking on like however many like pretty big name series that we rattled off earlier. Of course, with Blue Lock, Slime, Irregular Magic High School, Eurocamp, like that. Those are some pretty big series that like have dedicated fan bases that are expecting new seasons pretty consistently. So you have one studio which might have few locations, but like you have one studio balancing all of those
heavy hitters
those
for like
series
a better
and
term.
whatnot.
No, I just say like
And
heavy
just-
hitters, like big anime or whatever.
Yeah. And so because of that, not only are they potentially spreading themselves thin, especially when you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them airing in the same year, all within 5 months of each other. on top of a movie that they finished for Blue Lock earlier this year. Uh, what's it called? But also, like just the demand is just like way faster, and honestly, way less forgiving because you don't have filler. So all 68 employees at 8-Bit Studio right now that was reported in 2021. Um, all 68 of them, they might get broken up into, all right, 14 over here, 14 over here, 14 over here, 14 over here, but they all are now required to like, you have to put your all into every single episode. There's no filler. There's no anime original content that um unless it is set in stone at a production meeting 2 years before the airing of the anime, that fans are going to accept. And so because of that, and also because the standard has been raised, like the peak of animation is just higher now than it was before. And I think there's probably a bigger gap between the top and the bottom as well, probably now. um it's the demands just require the flashiness more often and whatnot too. So,
Good math, by the way. Earlier.
oh, that's how you break it down into fours?
Yeah. No,
Come on, man.
I'm lying. It's not. It's not. It's not.
What? What would it be?
19. I just did it.
Oh, 19. Damn.
No, not 19. Not 19. Not 19. 17.
This guy's
Look at
selling.
you. Look at you.
Because
bruh.
15 times 4 is 60.
All
And
right,
Get the
we're
soccer,
skipping.
man.
We're skipping
divided
this.
by
We're
two.
skipping this. Dude. I will say something that Guardia brought up that I think I'm guilty of, and I think everyone at some point is guilty of, is the fact that like you just really underestimate how much like these studios like actually be doing. Like those like memes I see all the time online of like, oh, like I gave you your lunch, like your 15-minute lunch break, like you're staying here forever, like, oh, like that's how map is, whatever those means. Like there's some like truth to some of that, because you really got to like sit and think like these studios are essentially like claiming so many like mangas to adapt, and it's expected for them to get these out at a certain time. And I feel like on top of that, the demand for people to like want to see the cool parts, it's like almost like what are they going to do? They have to cut corners somewhere. They have to make these deadlines. They have to do these things. And it's like, if these studios don't expand to like, I guess, correlate with the amount of work that they have to do, it's like, we're going to keep getting anime the way it is now. And it's like, who can really be, at fault for that? Because I don't know how it works whenever these, like, I don't know if studios are incentivized to have a lot of like ongoing manga they're adapting to get more money that way, or if it's like, oh, you just got to pick it up before a different studio. I don't know how that works, but like, and I know at the end of the day, like, they're a company trying to make money, so they're probably like, oh, let's just pick up all that we can, so we just get more dollar bills rolling in. But it's just like, at what point is it like,
Not worth it.
yeah, not worth it, or like almost like, but it's like, what do you do? Because it's like, oh yeah, hire more people. Like, oh, like, do we not think they didn't think of that? Like,
What to say? What money at that point?
yeah, exactly.
So
It's like, to do that, they probably need to pick up more anime or put more manga to adapt. And it's like, it's just that like, it's just like a funnel spinning down. It's like, it feels like there's a no-win situation at this point. It's just like, we just need more studios in and of itself. But even then, I don't even know if that'll help, because like, if these studios are already like fighting to pick up like 5, 6, 7 anime so that they can bring in the money for them, it's like, will more studios overall help with that? And even, like, I don't know, like I don't know how something like that gets
They've
fixed or
they've
addressed.
been outsourcing a lot of their work. I've read that. I don't know to which studios, but they've done that. But also,
And then like, sorry, I was gonna say,
yeah, okay.
to piggyback off you, ERZY, is like, and then even then, it's like, is it studios that like are already like flooded with their own anime that they're being outsourced? We don't know.
Yeah, yeah. But also, like, in terms of money, I feel like if you want to make money, you don't like mess up your best selling anime, because that's I don't understand.
You would think.
No, seriously. They, I mean, they've done Slime and like Yoru Camp, I think it was. These, I know these two obviously, but Blue Lock is like so many levels above them in terms of popularity, and I don't know why you wouldn't just like if you have 68 animators, put 60 animators on Blue Lock to have that be big, because nobody cares if Shy Season 2 or whatever, that's the example I used in my video, Shy Season 2 has a bad anime adaptation. Well, wait. Did I strike a nerve? What did I say?
Yeah, I'm about to. Should I make it a name for it?
It was really? Okay. But it would, like, nobody would compare to Blue Lock. Because now, if you if you hear your anime gets adapted by 8-bit, you're like, alright, that's it. We're done, boys. Okay. No, I didn't.
Yeah, bro. Like,
We're cooked. But if they like messed up another smaller anime, nobody would bat an eye.
and to be honest, right? Like, if you have Blue Lock, you know it's this. You bought the rights to do Blue Lock. Couldn't they just sell the rights to do it? Would that not be more beneficial? And then they could pick. Then they could actually make the anime of higher quality that they have and make money off of that. And they could make money off selling the. I mean, it probably would make them more money in the short term, but in the long term, maybe. I mean,
I don't know. I think they're still getting a lot of back with Blue Lock. There's like no way. I don't know how such a small studio even got a big name like Blue Lock, but there's no way in hell they will let go of it.
By during Eurocamp and a regular Magic High School and what else did we say? Slime for what? Slime season 1 came out in 16, right? Unless I'm tripping, like
I
18
think so.
maybe.
Something like that. Well, what I really want to know now, I want to like, I wish I could like talk to like an animator of now and the animator of then, and just kind of like, because at this point, like with what's all been said, it's like I just want to know how like the workflows are different. Like,
yeah,
the studios back in the day, like for like in terms, like not pick up so many anime to animate because they knew their limitations, or maybe like because like everything back in the day was hand drawn, so almost like there was almost like there had to just be a limit to how much you can like do almost. Well, compared to now, we have a lot of like helpful technology that can almost alleviate some of that kind of like. So maybe like now studios nowadays just are starting to bite off a little bit more they can chew, just because of all these like what's the word I'm looking for, advancements we've made, and that they're just overestimating how much they could actually get done. I don't know, but it's definitely interesting how like these issues are popping up now, and it's just kind of like, you know, what's the cause? And even then, like I wonder like what issues did older animation studios run into, and like older anime fans complained about that maybe have been solved now. And you know, we talk about the bad because it's a lot easier to point out the bad, but it's like I wonder what things have actually been advanced and are like better than it used to be.
like we need the unk of like anime studios. Like if any of y'all watching this know someone that like has been around for a minute, you know, if they're in Japan, you know, I mean, I think most Japanese people like speak some English. I mean, if they speak enough, let us know, man. I think that'd be a very interesting
I think
conversation.
There are also like
Joey.
a lot of American animators, right, working on anime.
That's true too. I mean, we could get. There's obviously Americans working on anime too, but I think like Timmy was saying, it would be very unique. It's so fun. It'd be very unique to have someone who's been through like a couple different eras. Now, I do know there have been like American animators working on anime for a while, so there is someone like that. Obviously, that too, like or just anybody. If you know anybody, you know what I'm saying. I think it'd be very interesting to be able to talk to someone. I do also want to mention, because I know Timmy brought up like God of High School earlier. I think another, you know, one that's been issue that we've had recently is Tower of God is kind of another one that's been cooked. And I think like the manga scene, we've had hit or miss. We've had God of High School, that pacing was bad, but the animation was great. You had Tower of God, it's just a mid adaptation, and now the animation is just going. And then you had Soul Leveling, which was like okay, you know, it's just like manga was. I don't know where we stand with manga.
I don't know either, just because like I was going to make the argument, oh, like manhwas are just long, like it's just they want to get to the good parts that everyone wants to see, but then I kind of stop and it's like, well, like things like Naruto, One Piece, like those are like long running series, but for lack of better terms, like they've been animated pretty faithfully, and it's just like it makes me stop and think. It's like, what is the issue that they're running into? Is it just this thing where like they just can't risk, or they just can't put that many resources into just going from 0 to 100? That they have to like cut out like 25 to through 40, and like 60 to 75 to get to 0 to 100. Like I wonder, like I hate saying it like this because it seems like I'm disrespecting, but I'm not. But it's just like I wonder why like we're just like not wanting to. I don't know. Maybe take the risk on just like having a studio just take one long running anime or manga or manhwa or whatever all the way to its like end, or like to where it is now or whatever. It's just like, once again, I don't know. I don't know why that's pacing issues are such a big thing. I don't know why these animes are like trying to go from 0 to hero in like 12 episodes. Like, who knows?
Yeah, it's very weird.
You mean potentially going back to like a weekly format specifically, or just like seeing an adaptation like fully through without taking cut corners of content?
I feel like, and once again, I'm not in the scene. I could be literally talking, but I feel like just maybe just like slowing it down and just like giving them time to just like fully adapt an anime or manhwa, or sorry, manga or manhwa, just like instead of just trying to like fit so much into like a limited like you're not going to fit like a 500 plus like manhwa into a 12 episode box. That's never going to happen. And it's like, and I don't really know. I don't know what the answer to that would be, because we are seeing a lot of these longer running series just kind of get chopped up. And I don't know why. Maybe it's so that they can get to the parts people want to see. Maybe it's just because the studio just bit off more than they can chew. I genuinely don't know why. That's what these kind of manhwas are kind of experiencing. But I don't know. I feel like they just got to change up the format somehow, so that, or maybe not even pick them up at all. I don't know.
Yeah, there's like the pacing is a lot faster than it used to be, especially with like modern shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen,
And
My Hero Academia.
yes, and I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why that is. Maybe there's some
Because
sort
of
of
the
reason, like
audience.
studios.
Because the audience likes it, they want it, and it's cheaper.
See,
It's
and like,
cheaper for the anime
You're
studio.
blaming TikTok?
yeah,
Yeah,
see,
TikTok
that
brainwash.
could
It
that
is. Nah,
no,
it's
and
really.
I didn't want to like point that exactly, but that could be a facet of it. But I feel
Oh
like, I
yeah,
don't know,
it
like
is.
I'm sure, yes, everything's like, yeah, speed it up, speed it up, but it's really a marvel, because it's like, I don't even know how to put this into words, but it's just, we're caught in this kind of like situation where like, see, okay, let me back up. Do people complain that bad if an anime doesn't get to the like great parts of a manga quick enough? Do people really
Not
complain that
really.
bad about that?
Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
Really?
people are crying about everything.
I mean,
Genuinely.
who was really complaining
Yeah.
about Chainsaw Man though? Realistically, I just thought
You.
it was. I thought it was mid, but I said it was
No.
mid, not that it hadn't
Okay,
got to
no.
the good parts quick enough. You know what I mean? Most people
I
liked it
think
though.
But
no.
the
I
the
get what you're
response
saying,
to that,
Cardiac. I get
especially
what you're
from manga
saying.
fans, was like, "Oh, okay, well then it should have been a 24 episode. It should have been a 2 core." Uh, so
But they could have
No,
done
you're
that
right,
though.
Cardiac,
I
because I
mean,
do remember. I do remember everyone was like dogging on Chainsaw Man because it was too slow, or not even that. Like, it was just bad to begin with, or whatever. Until it got to like the, no, you're right. I didn't even think about that. That is so interesting though, because it's like it feels like these studios are in a darned if you do, darned if you don't situation where it's like, okay, let's get to the part people want to see. Yo, why'd you skip chapters 1 through 90, bro? Like we need that. And it's like, okay, here's chapters 1 through 90 in this 24 episode thing. See you in 2 years, bro. The show is so mid. Like I'm not trying to see this set, bro. Just show me what it's like. What do you do?
I think Chainsaw Man had like pretty decent pacing. I think the content was just kind of mid.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. But even like building off what you were saying, ERZY, earlier, they're playing dual roles. So like because the audience of anime is shifting, and the audience, in some sub genres and some ways, the audience of manga is also shifting. Specifically, sticking on shonen right here, as we're probably most familiar with up here, and most indulged with. But you have to, as an anime studio, as an adaptation, you have to adjust with the changing audience of anime and the growing demand of showcasing this story to a new group of people while also satisfying the potentially hundreds of thousands of existing fans who have been reading it for years. Like, imagine if Don Don was a bad adaptation. Imagine if Blue Box, consistently now the number 2 highest selling manga currently in Weekly Shonen Jump, only behind One Piece, which is far beyond behind One Piece, by the way. But I mean, for better or for worse, it is number 2. Like, it is the only other series. Kagurabachi is just now getting there, where it can consistently sell 100,000 copies of a volume. Imagine if those series had bad adaptations or subpar adaptations, because from disappointing fans in a fan base that has been built up over almost 4 years now. Like I was saying earlier, the time and the gap between like series now getting an adaptation is like way longer, to be honest with. Like Sakamoto Days is about to be in year like 3.5, 4 of its publication, and it is just now getting an adaptation. Blue Box has been in serialization since like mid 2021, I believe. It is just now getting an adaptation. Chainsaw Man, part 1 had finished. Part 2 was more in line with the release of the anime. And then the anime, you have fans hyping up this series that now has 100+ chapters of content, and the anime adapts the first 30. If that. So it's a catch-22, like Timmy was saying, and it's a balance of 2 shifting worlds, like ERZY was saying, with TikTok attention spans and whatnot as well. So
yeah,
it sucks
it's
out
tough
for these guys.
It's tough. Hopefully, again, it's one of those things too where it's like you see certain things working. I think Don, great example. That is working so well, right? You see, but Chainsaw Man maybe didn't hit quite as well as Don. I mean, it hit well, but maybe not quite as well, right? You look at Blue Box, who had a good adaptation. So some of them aren't having as good adaptations. And you look at Blue Lock, whose first season was very hype, and the second season died. And then you look at One Piece, who's going on hiatus to kind of finish strong. And it's like, it's just such a wide variety of things happening that you don't even really know what direction the industry is going to take. Because I want to sit here and say it's going to get better, but it doesn't even look like it's going to get better. It just looks like some are learning, some aren't. It's just like, I don't know. And Zod in chat says, always been a lack of time in today's industry, which again is a very accurate statement.
For sure. Speaking of a lack of time, what series would y'all say is y'all's least favorite adaptation, or that you would that's your most like disappointing adaptation that you've ever seen?
But do you want to guess my answer? Do you want to guess?
I can read you like a book. I know you going through it right now.
Listen, I'm gonna ask you, like, where does Blue Lock rank on your like worst anime? Because shit like Promised Neverland, even One Piece. I mean, I like the anime just fine, but compared to the manga, it's like second rate almost.
I didn't tell her to buy anything.
But Blue Lock for me is still like 100 steps worse. I don't know. Even it's on the Promised Neverland kind of level. I don't know how you all think about that.
Just bring that.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely high up there. I mean, again, One Piece is like another good one that it's like I definitely can see how that would be disappointing in the anime form due to the pacing. Again, Blue Lock is rough. I think people would even bring up like something like a Record of Ragnarok.
That's fine.
Where that was also like a slideshow. adaptation. I think for me, my most disappointing, for some reason, my mind always goes back to Tokyo Ghoul because I think based on what I've heard about the manga and stuff like that, I feel like the way the adaptation went was just very disappointing because I think it's something I would have very much liked if it just wasn't from season 2 to season 3. It just rushed crazily, and you can see the elements there where it's like, okay, maybe it could have been good. I've read some of the manga, but just I haven't got past the season 1 portion. And like from what I've heard though, it's very like it delves very deep into certain themes and psychological nature and stuff like that, and didn't really do that in the anime. So it's just like that for me is one of them. But I think ERZY like put the nail on the head with how high Blue Lock should rank, and even bringing up what was the one you brought up?
And
Brought up one
Seven
piece,
Deadly
and,
Sins, Promised
Seven Deadly
Neverland.
Sins is a good one. Promised Neverland, yeah, Promised Neverland. But still, to this day, you know what, ERZY? I might have to disagree with you on the Promised Neverland because still to this day we're waiting on season 2. I don't know where season 2 is. I actually
Oh
like
my
season
God.
1's adaptation.
You
I
can do
like
either.
season 1's adaptation. Where's season 2?
The thing is,
I
your
asked,
cope
my mom
isn't
said she
even as
doesn't know yet.
bad as like Blue Lock fans'
I don't
cope
know why.
of like hoping it still gets better.
I say whatever's more
So
comfortable.
I can't
for you to
even
wear,
argue
I
against
say
that because people are still like, dog, maybe they're saving up. Maybe they're saving up.
Yeah.
But yeah, season 2, I don't know. We're still waiting on it for the Promised Neverland.
It's just too bad, man. Just like the Seven Deadly Sins anime, man. When's that anime gonna come out, man? When's the Seven Deadly Sins anime gonna come out, man? It's tough, man. The manga's been around so long. Where's the Seven Deadly Sins anime, man? We're just waiting on it, man.
my God.
I can't wait to see it
If
adapt.
there's delusion, there's still hope.
Come on, bro. We got it, man. We got the kids. We got the kids.
Yeah, we got the kids before the actual Seven Deadly Sins adaptation.
I'm
What's
sorry.
going on?
Oh my God. The first 3 seasons aren't bad, man.
First 3 is just
The first
3?
3 seasons. First 3 aren't bad.
two.
The first 3 aren't bad. Come on, man. Unless I'm forgetting season 3. Season 3 is when Sunshine Boy
That's
goes
the
crazy.
white blood, man. That's the white blood, man.
What?
Season 3 got white blood.
Oh,
The
I mean,
animation sucked.
pick your poison. What
Season 4 was everything was bad, but
What season was it when Meliodas went through like the trials and whatnot, like reliving his life?
That was 2.
I wish I could tell you.
Okay, well then yeah, first 2. No, I'll concede first 2.
I think so. Because season 3 was Escanor versus Meliodas, and
I'm trying to pull up.
By the way, quick
yeah, it was.
question. Like talking of Promised Neverland, do you all think when Blue Lock is finished with season 2 and they've fully adapted the U20 arc, that the anime is done? Like, there's nothing coming after that?
Blue Lock?
Yeah.
Oh no. It's going to continue its run. I'm gonna continue to adapt it.
Now they may not adapt anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh no,
Like the studio may change.
Because
think it
after
stays
that
open.
is like a pretty big segment. Like it's one arc that's still going, like at this moment, and it started like after the U20 arc, so it would be like a 24 episode long season at least, at the minimum. I don't know.
I mean, it might be a while, but I don't know.
Do they have the capacities for that shit? Like, if they fuck up this badly.
Man, I don't know, man. That's tough. Timmy, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was just about to say something that Cardiac said that I wanted to that I thought was interesting was let me remember. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, how like these animes are getting created like well after the mangas are like well established, and it's like, is that part of the issue? The fact that these mangas are like almost like in the sense of like because these mangas are so like far along, like they feel there might be that pressure to like make the pace quicker so we get caught up or get to that point that everyone wants to, or not even that, like quicken the pace so that they can like stop working on it and shift people to keep working on other things. It's like if we started animating these things in conjunction with the manga or like just not as far ahead, would the situations we're running into be better? And then even then I think someone commented something about like lack of time in the today's industry, and like that really makes me think like what exactly does that mean? Just because like animators of the past had the same 24 hours that we have today, and yet things here are what's so shifty compared to then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
I
tough.
I don't know. I like I said earlier, like it's a catch-22 with them, and I think that like for a lot of anime today, like the demand is so high, the level that they have to meet is so high, um, and just the level of activity that like each studio, each animator has, like, and probably even on the studio to studio basis, like um producing like 4 seasons, because like on average, like looking at bigger series and whatnot, like on average you're producing like 4 seasons of television a year. No other industry has that expectation. No industry in the world, but that's not, it's not a standard in Bollywood, that's not a standard in Hollywood, it's not a standard with Tubi movies, it's not a standard with Netflix. Even Netflix, it's the same studio making shit 2 series in a year, making a season 2 the next year, or even in 2 years. Like starting to see that slow down in other industries and whatnot. I think that the same accommodations that have kind of been made uh, across the world in entertainment need to also be demanded in anime. So like not even getting like too much into just like the industry or whatnot, but like, and of course I don't know how strict or um whatever Japan's labor laws are, but I mean whatever the closest thing to unionizing is, I mean trying to get that down pat to get like more time in between seasons.
There's
Um
also a
like
lot
that's
less
definitely,
money in anime, I think.
yeah, that too. It's still a relatively small industry.
Hey,
Re-
real quick, I know Timmy might have to be heading out here soon. I don't know if you have any last final thoughts you want to give to the people on these adaptations and stuff, man. Oh,
I don't think
he's
so. Hey, shut up, bro.
he's
Um,
he's inhaling the Pop Tart in front of him,
I had to get some good fumes
just
going. Um,
piece by piece.
anyways, I feel like every generation of entertainment, and specifically animation, will have their ups and downs. Back in the day, it was probably some sort of labor laws, crazy hours, stuff like that. It's probably why it looks as good as it does. And nowadays, maybe it's pacing issues, maybe studios picking up too much. Who knows? I sure don't. I'm not a professor. I don't study these things, but I do think that, and I do hope that eventually the issues that we're kind of running into with this generation in anime will kind of get smoothed out, and animes like Blue Lock, Seven Deadly Sins will just kind of be an example for animation studios going forward as to what not to do, and also animes like The Tower of God or like God of High School. Those will also be examples of what not to do, and if your studio isn't willing to do the long haul for a long series, don't do it. That's all I got to say, I think.
yeah. Would you say that a good example would be Bleach? Because I know we were talking about that the other day, man.
Of course,
Working good.
Us Bleach fans are finally getting our ending after what, so long, and it's like, it's worth the wait, I wouldn't, and even then, it's most definitely worth the wait because the manga even didn't even get the proper ending that the creator wanted because of various issues, but now he's able to kind of live out the ending he wants through the anime, which it took so long to get here, but it's here, and it's like, I don't know, just because there's never a good edge case with these things, just because people, consumers, they want what they want and they want it now. And good things take time. And it's like, if people aren't patient, we're going to end up with video, like, to switch the genre, like video games like Cyberpunk on release, and it's like,
Mm, a
well,
broken monkey
like,
mess.
yes. And it's like, I think we as consumers just need to take a step back and realize, like, yes, we are the consumer. We are the ones that make these companies the money. At the same time, we have to give them grace and give them time to make the product something we want. Because at the end of the day, we're only hurting ourselves if we force them to come out with something, and we complain about that thing we forced them to come out with. And when it's like, we can only blame ourselves because we're the ones like dogging on these people and like rushing them to do, do these things. And it's like, what do you expect? It's like if you do your homework in 5 minutes, it ain't gonna be good. So it's just like,
Yeah.
I just think that we as consumers need to chill out and just realize like how much work and effort actually gets put into these things that we enjoy. Because it's easy to sit down on your couch and turn on a TV and watch it, but to actually sit at like a desk and like do the things to make it is a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess
just
that's all
having
I
that
gotta say.
patience, man.
Yeah.
I think it starts with us, and I think for one thing, the fans are coming around to that. So hopefully it continues, man. But Timmy, I know you got to get going, man. I appreciate you coming on again, man. I know it's been a while, and it might be a while again, but you know,
It's
Yeah.
always amazing having you on, man.
Yeah,
Yep. I'm
nice
joining the
talk.
Navy. I'm gonna go drown. I'll see you all.
I did have a couple other things that we can do real quick. Also, I just want to mention that depressed BL fan is crazy.
Bro,
If you think
I
about that a
just
different
saw
way.
that. I wanted to change it to something. What the?
ERZY's in a boys love? Is that
Oh my goodness
is
gracious,
that what
bro.
BL means, ERZY?
Wait, did it change? Did it change? No, no.
Oh,
Okay,
it
One
has
Piece meme right
changed.
there. I guess if that's what you want, man. Bazaar said the only animation union I know is Toei Animation Union, so I guess there's only a certain amount of unions. That's another interesting thing. It's so in depth. Also, as I earlier said, modern anime word is
What a fucking
because of
surprise!
limited animation.
What
Still,
what
what?
a what a coincidence, by the way, that the only animation union, at least that we know of, now, is the one that is like very clearly, very transparently taking a break from its main project to focus on side projects.
Bro, you all be talking a bit crap about Toei, but Toei low-key is like one of the best animation studios in terms of like workers' rights and shit like that.
Which is crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna give them their
It's
credit.
the thing is with Toei as well is I don't know when they started implementing this, but I would be curious to see if as they started to progress their workers' rights and stuff, is that where the animation actually picked up with One Piece? Just out of curiosity, because I know there was a stark contrast from how animation was with One Piece and a prior and how it's become very good episodes like going into Wano and now even in Egghead, like every episode is very good from what I've heard. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I've heard, I would be curious to see like if there is a comparison between those two things. That would be very interesting. And if so, more anime studios need to take some notes with that, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Come on,
Did-
man.
I don't know if
Did you see
many
Zods?
I don't know if many studios can like emulate what Toei is doing because they're kind of like
I mean,
the biggest one out.
we got a head start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
They're huge and they've been around for so long, right?
they got Dragon Ball and One Piece. Like that's
Yeah.
you don't need any.
They just have
That's
the
like
resources.
That's like
Let
the
alo-
two main ones right there, man.
Let alone Slam Dunk, Sailor Moon, like
And then they would even
ZZ.
do shit with Dragon Ball, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Until
none
now.
more.
Until now.
Yeah, he said that Toei also, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, they own, they have the rights they have the publishing rights to so much. They also have like music like Toei is like closer to Sony than it is an animation studio. Or I guess I could just say Disney. Like they're closer to just like Japanese Disney than like Pixar per se,
Type beat. Yeah, one of these. Who's the most feared in their verse? We have Sakuna. I believe that's the first ranked demon and demon slayer. Zeno, Madara, Gojo, Whitebeard. Who is that? Who's that dude from the one on the bottom
I
left?
think that's all for one, no?
Is that
Who?
not? Wait,
All
that
for
might be
One
from
My
Fire
Hero?
Punch.
I was thinking Fire Punch. I ain't seen it though.
That don't look like old dude from My Hero.
Yeah, I don't think
Unless I'm
so.
tripping.
We could just leave. I don't know. And then we got what's the
Bakiyama.
not Baki, his dad. His dad.
It's
Man,
not
this
Fire
is
Punch.
terrible.
Oh shit.
Hey man, Levi, and then what's the old dude name from Baki, man?
That Daddy Bach? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, man. Anyways, I think out of these, who's the most feared? I think off rip, we don't know the one dude. We could just say it's all for one if we want to. Why not?
Yeah,
Skip
sure.
bottom right. It ain't Levi. Well,
Oh yeah, it's not.
It ain't
it's
Zeno.
It's not
It ain't
Levi.
Sukuna. It ain't
probably not
Gojo.
Zeno.
It's not Muzan. I don't believe.
It's not Whitebeard. I don't think it's
It is
Whitebeard.
White. What do you mean it's not Whitebeard?
Bro, why do you think it's Whitebeard?
I don't think it's Whitebeard either.
It's easily Whitebeard.
Beat said Zeno or Madara. I think probably Madara or Hanma.
Nah,
I
it's
think
not
it's
Zeno.
Gojo
Nobody
or
even-
Madara.
It's not Zeno. Nobody even knows he exists. So
I think it's Gojo or
Yeah.
Madara. Like Gojo, I guess the only take back against Gojo is the fact that like Jujutsu Society is so small compared to like Shinobi Society. Whitebeard, I don't think that Whitebeard is as most feared because like,
You could look at Roger even. I feel like.
yeah, I just think that there's names above him, and I guess you could say that like, you know, the seas are so expansive in One Piece that there's, you know, still more people fearful of him than all the fucking
but
Jujutsu sources.
everyone knows Whitebeard now, and I think the average like One Piece citizen thinks pirates are bad, which is true. So I don't know.
Yujiro
Well, do
Hanma. Yujiro. That's it.
Who do you think is more feared between Whitebeard and Shanks?
Probably Whitebeard at his prime, like when he was still spoilers, I guess, when he was still breathing and shit. Because I can't really like tell with Shanks.
I think that the mystery of Shanks makes him infinitely more feared in the verse.
In the verse, not like in real life. I think in real life maybe, but in the verse,
I'm probably picking Yujiro, man. I'm not gonna lie. From the things I've heard about Yujiro, man, that motherfucker done some crazy shit, man. And I think Madara is a fair answer as well. Gojo, I just don't know if he's like super feared because like there's half of people like fuck with Gojo and like half of them are scared of him. So I don't know if that's fear necessarily. Whitebeard definitely has that, but maybe just not to the extent as others. For me, it's Yujiro. For me, from what I've heard, yeah.
I'm gonna stick with Madara.
I'm
gonna go with Madara.
Defend Gojo. I mean, we can look at it at the perspective of like the what's their name, curses, right? That's what Jujutsu Kaisen is all about.
Yeah,
because like I'm pretty sure every curse,
and there's infinite curses.
True,
right?
Every curse is like afraid of Gojo. I'm pretty sure, no.
Except the ancient ones,
yeah.
I guess.
Except maybe Sukuna and a few. So
yeah, the ones around during Sukuna's time and whatnot. But and also, I think that enough of Jujutsu Society is also afraid of Gojo. Even the people that like, I'm sure his students are scared of him.
I get you that. All right, so I'm picking Yujiro. Cardia, you said Madara. ERZY, you said Whitebeard. That's your answer.
I'm sticking with Whitebeard.
And
let us know what
chat,
you think in the comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think in the comments, man. Let us know, man. Let us know. In the short comments.
Riva, you gotta.
All Zeno comments are getting deleted.
No, they're getting a pin of shame.
Oh my gosh, man.
No, I just don't even want to see them.
Now the next thing I had that we could run up real quick is quickly. If this loads. Quickly, so I can send this link to y'all real quick, but I want to make this like a short, so it'll eventually be a short, so I don't want to like make it long. But basically, I want to do like a draft of 2010 anime. Do y'all? So what I want to do is a draft of 2010s anime. We're all gonna draft 5 anime each from the 2010s, and then y'all are gonna let us know who has the best draft. Just a quick, straight to the point, man. Do y'all want to link to
Alright.
2010s anime?
Do we get like preparation time, bro? That's an insane question to like just wing it.
Well, I'm gonna just ask: is there a board, or just can we like draft anything?
I can send you IMDb's top list because that's what I have pulled up myself. But there doesn't have to be a board. Like any one you want to pick.
Okay,
fine.
but if it's anything, then but
Here, I sent
good.
that link.
Uh,
Philos. I don't know if you sent
Erzy,
it.
if you
Oh, that is an
you need to,
insane task to ask right now. Watch that shit become like totally viral,
impromptu.
and my list
It's
becoming like
impromptu, man.
ass as fuck.
Oh my
It's
gosh,
impromptu.
man. Impromptu.
Why
man.
the fuck is this shit number one?
What? What's number one?
God. LT.
Isn't it
bro.
ALT? What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, hold on.
That shit.
All right. Anyways, okay. So what's the draft order? Chat. What should the draft order be, man? First comment is the order.
Maybe let me go first, and then I can mute for the rest of the video. Or for the rest of the show.
No. We're gonna. It's 1-1-1. So like it's like we don't get to draft the same anime. So like each of us drafts.
Oh, okay. So like NBA
Type
draft.
Well, of course, Serpentine.
Serpentine.
Of course, Serpentine.
So like NBA.
I was just
type
saying
of
who should get
draft.
first pick type beat. Yeah, NBA top draft. Yeah.
Oh, that shit's so confusing.
We'll let Erzy get
Just-
first pick, man. He the guest,
just-
man.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
go
gonna say
last.
guess
Cardiac
first.
second.
Guess. I'm cool with the middle. I'm cool
Alright,
with the
hold
middle.
on.
It's always the
All
best
right,
place
so-
to be in all
So-
situations.
Erzy River cardiac,
That's-
so you put me above cardiac. Shit. Anyways, we'll
You
go,
just say chat.
We'll go with
You
Erzy.
just say chat rules.
All right, so Erzy, me, cardiac. All right.
Alright.
All right, so Erzy, who you picking first? Who's the first pick of the 2010s anime draft?
Attack on Titan, probably.
Hmm.
Does it have
Attack
to
on Titan.
like?
He lost.
Bo, alright, you go then. You go.
You lost. Mob Psycho.
I got second pick. What you mean?
Oh, I'm dumb. Fuck.
Ha. With the second
Oh my
pick
God.
in the 2010s anime draft, man. Give me Hunter x Hunter, man. Come on, man.
That's
Give
fine.
me that, man.
That's fine.
Give me that,
That's
man.
fine.
Give me Hunter
He
x
also
Hunter,
lost. He also lost. My pick, third overall pick, Mob Psycho. And we're going Serpentine. So for my second pick, we're going to start with some diversification. Give me Kaiguya-sama.
Man,
bro thinks
fuck.
he cooked.
Dude,
Come on.
If we talking about diversification,
he could.
give me Haikyuu, baby. Come on. Give me Haikyuu,
That's
man.
fine.
Bro, stop
Stop
taking all my anime. What?
The hood is not fucking with IQ.
Aight. My pick, Vinland Saga 2019. Give me Vinland Saga.
You get two picks, by the way. You get two picks.
1956.
Dog,
Yeah, you're going back to back.
wait, when did Jujutsu came out? 2019?
18 or 19, yeah.
Give me ReZero.
Wait, no.
Give me
No, no, no.
ReZero, actually. Come on now.
ReZero. Okay.
You were losing the hood. losing
The hood is not
the
that's-
hood.
There's a lot more isekai motherfuckers out there.
The hood will ship them.
Oh, wait.
All right, Cardiac, you next.
I've
Cardiac.
got a really good
Oh, wait, I'm
one.
next.
No,
Yeah, you got
you're
two.
next. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, did he draft two? He did ReZero and what?
And
Vinland.
oh my god.
Oh,
yeah.
Vinland. Okay, so I am next. Okay, man. With my next pick, man. I really don't want to do it, but I think I gotta do it, man. Give me My Hero Academia, man. Let's go.
That's crazy. That's insane.
You're playing into the target shoppers, not the general populace. I'm going to take JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Okay, you got Archie's vote, I guess. All right, now.
That's my third pick. And for my fourth pick, I will take One Punch Man. Yeah.
But he cooked. He did not.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Um,
yeah. Listen, this
For my next pick and my fourth overall pick in this 2010s anime draft, I am definitely not stalling. Give me Steins Gate. Give me Steins Gate. Give me Steins Gate. Come on, man.
Oh
on.
boy, big day for
That's easy.
losers.
That's
Oh my
easy.
God.
That's easy.
Okay, so
Great day for virgins, I guess.
so I basically won, but I'm unsure what I will pick as like the one after.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Because I'm picking Dragon Ball Super, and you're automatically lost because Dragon Ball Super people prefer to Dragon Ball Z nowadays. It feels like so.
No, they don't.
They do.
No
They
one
actually do.
thinks
They actually do.
that.
Genuinely, they actually do.
I work
Dragon
for
Ball-
a
Dragon- Dragon Ball
YouTube
Super-
channel.
Dragon-
I have not heard that ever.
Dragon Ball Super has crazy motion, insane motion.
Oh God.
People say it
He's
killed
pandering.
Dragon Ball.
What's
Oh my
I don't know who he's pandering to, but he's pandering to somebody. Anyways, who was your last pick, ERZY?
this? I mean, the one and only. Can I give up my pick so you go first?
Give up.
Never mind.
No
Never mind.
way.
Demon Slayer. Okay, it's done.
On
brand. On brand. Is that like a vote or something? Because I'm pretty sure I just won that.
Smelly.
The vote is up to the commenters, man. Gotta wait for the clip. It's all about the clip.
Cardi got. Is it me next? It is me next. Ain't it?
It is you.
With my final and last pick, I think I'm gonna go with. Okay, so all of these realistically count. I don't think that counts. What do I want to go with, man?
We need a shot
selling
clock
the
or
bag.
something. We need a shot clock or something. Oh my God.
I think I'm gonna take the one and only Fruits Basket, man. Give me Fruits Basket, man. That's easy W's.
Right.
Easy W's in this building.
This
man.
is
Easy W's.
like
Come on.
This is like the
Come on.
fifth draft, the fifth
Come
event
on.
that you just keep taking shows that you have never seen.
I've
Oh
seen
my
some of Fruits
God.
Basket. I have
Some of how many episodes?
18.
Oh my God, bro.
That's not
even a full
bad. That's not
season.
bad.
It's not even a full season, bro. It's not even a full season. To round out team DEI, team diversification, we will be getting our sports series in Kuroko no Basketball. Yeah.
He didn't cook.
Yeah.
He didn't cook.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
I
we're
guess
here.
we can figure out who's second place, but like, it's pretty sure.
Bro,
Dog, Attack on
I got
Titan,
the
Vinland Saga, ReZero, and then the People's Choice of Dread.
Bro, ReZero's ass.
Bro,
What are we
I'm
doing? What's that
speechless.
ReZero like
I'm
that was
speechless.
The hood is not fucking with ReZero gang.
I'm speechless.
Bro,
Bro,
the
the only-
hood
the only
fuck with
time
Vinland
else-
Saga,
Bro.
man.
Don't you hype up Mushoku mid? How the fuck is ReZero mid?
Mashoku is better than ReZero, man. I'm not gonna lie.
No
Yeah,
world,
it is
no
better than
world.
ReZero.
Let's be so for real here.
Yeah. In the world of
Anyways,
character writing.
if we're gonna be for real, man, I got the best romance, the best sports anime, the best battle shonen anime. Come on, man. What are we doing? It's over, man. And I
But at
got
the end
my
of-
hero, the people's champion. Come on,
Wait,
man.
didn't you mean My Hero?
But at
was
the end of the
best
day, you got
shonen?
My Hero and a bunch of shows no one's watched, bro. I have Mob Psycho. I have Kaguya. I have
Who's watched
One
Mob
Punch
Psycho?
Man.
Yeah,
What?
Kadiak, you acted like,
You're talking about the best ending of the decade? Come on,
bro.
man.
You
Come
acted
on.
The
like
best thing of the decade.
Come on, man.
you acted like
Best
that
rom-com of the
but
decade?
Mob Psycho. I mean, it's a crazy good show, but I don't think it has the motion you think it has.
Come on, a decade where Fruits Basket ended? Are you serious? Come on, man.
Okay. First off, Fruits Basket, you taking a remake is insane. That just shows how desperate you are. Then we got Kuroko's Basketball. Like, what? Like
Haikyuu clears. You know Haikyuu clears. And you know
it's
you
not even
agree with
about.
that
It's,
thing.
it's not about quality. It's about the vote.
The
Speaking
hood
of the
writes a
vote,
Haikyuu, man.
let us know who y'all have winning in the comments section below. With that, man, I think that brings us to the end. I think we had some pretty good combos, some pretty good events.
Mhm.
Again, shout out to Timmy for swinging by. Always a pleasure having
sure,
him
man.
back on. And ERZY, boys lover. God.
Hey,
always
yo,
amazing
what
to
the
have you back on, man.
I never
I mean,
agreed to that shit.
your thing on Riverside says all BL makes me cry.
Wait, I said
I
football,
mean,
dog. And it's actually
This
that's
is
not what it's
crazy.
saying right now. I mean,
This is nasty.
I'm getting
Anyways, man, make sure
manipulated.
to check out ERZY's channel, man. Because if y'all were here earlier, you know the Blue Lock video, bro, making good content over there, man. Tap in. We may even be featured on something in the future, in the works. I don't know. Y'all gotta go tap in over there, man. WRZ33 channel, man. W
Shout out
Sanji
to
profile pic, man.
It's actually none of those two because I don't have a Sanji profile pic on the YouTube, and it's not.
I know not on the YouTube, but like
No.
I would describe you in your description of adjectives. One of the adjectives would be Sanji profile pic.
That's valid. I think. I don't know.
describe your friend ERZY33. Sanji incarnate. Sanji,
Man,
the embodiment of Sanji.
I wish, man. I wish I was that handsome. And
This is nasty.
Glazing 2D characters. Thank y'all for watching. Yeah, flop.
No, not yet. Make sure to check out the Twitch because we're trying to hit 100 followers, trying to hit 25 subs now because we're at, as of now, 12.
12.
Come on now. Lock in. Join the Patreon for more exclusive content. Join the Discord to chop it up. We be in VC. I was just in VC yesterday. Come on. Fuck you talking about? Like the video, subscribe because we're trying to hit 1K by the end of the year. And if Timmy ever drops a YouTube video or starts streaming again, we're gonna share that with you too. So tap into that for my guy. And that's it, man.
100
That's it. We love
subs
you guys.
before 2025.
100. Oh, 100 on Twitch?
I mean, why
Yeah.
not?
Low-key?
Go on to the Twitch, guys.
100?
Maybe.
Did we do a subathon?
Oh God. Oh God. A subathon sounds insane, but if y'all make it happen, y'all make it happen. Let's make it shake.
watching
Appreciate y'all for-
all of One Piece on stream?
Shout out to your bud Tevin. Y'all have a good day, man. Thank y'all for watching. Flow out in peace.
Bye.